Sergeant Rob Illetschko, Rob-Illetschko. Sergeant Illetschko is a veteran member of the department, and he's currently assigned to the 1st Precinct as a property crimes investigator. We're here to announce the arrest of a suspect in a string of downtown vandalism cases, and to recognize the outstanding police work that's behind that arrest. Sergeant Rob Illetschko is a veteran investigator in our 1st Precinct Property Crimes Unit, and he is one of the MPD's most experienced and effective detectives. You may recall his work cracking a downtown cell phone theft ring dating back to 2021. That ring targeted bar goers that were unsuspecting. The suspects in that case stole cell phones and then used the information on those phones to drain people's bank accounts and to rack up tens of thousands of dollars in credit card purchases. Thanks to Sergeant Illetschko's efforts, his investigations shut down that theft ring with international ties, which eventually led to Apple making changes to its global iPhone security practices. In this latest investigation into damaged Tesla vehicles, Sergeant Illetschko helped identify and arrest a suspect caught on camera keying multiple Teslas, causing thousands of dollars in damage. In each case, and each of the 6 cases that we know of, was felony level of damage. Sergeant Illetschko had plans to retire, but he was due to retire actually in January. But we're incredibly thankful that he has decided to stay with us. He indicated to us he's not done yet. And I think that speaks volumes of the men and women that are with this police department. And we know, like the vast majority of our cops, he has been through a lot over the last few years. So we're incredibly thankful for him staying and continuing to do this great work, because our community is benefiting because of it. So before I pass it over to the sergeant, I'll just let you know he's not going to be able to comment on these cases specifically, because they have been turned over to the Hennepin County Attorney's Office for consideration of charges. But he will be able to speak to this ongoing issue of damages to Teslas here in Minneapolis. And we are going to be showing some video and asking for the public's help. We believe that there may have been other vehicles that have been damaged but not yet reported to police. And because essentially Teslas are rolling surveillance vehicles with the cameras that they have, we're asking for other people who may have been victimized to please come forward. Sergeant Illetschko.
Hi, hello. I'm Sergeant Rob Illetschko, the Minneapolis Police Department, out of the 1st Precinct as an investigator. I have 28 years on. We are in an active investigation where we have at least 6 Teslas that have been damaged. We have made an arrest, and this is not the only Tesla damage case that we are currently working on. There are other cases that we are looking into in the process of identifying suspects, and we believe that there are many more of these damaged Tesla cases that have gone unreported. I'm here to ask if your Tesla has been damaged and you have not reported it, please do so. We are looking into these cases. We take these cases very important, seriously. These Teslas have high quality video, and it's extremely helpful in identifying the suspects in these cases. Here, I believe we have some examples of some of these Tesla videos that we can show.
You have 4 clips. I'll play one at a time. Let me know when you guys are ready.
Are these clips of the cases that involved with this arrest, or these are additional ones you're looking for the person?
These are from the
These
6
particular cases are from the arrest, yes.
Thanks, man.
And again, we'll make the files downloadable later. All right, here's the first one.
is that?
This particular incident is near the intersection of 5th Avenue South and 2nd Street South.
Here's the second one.
Not exactly got a low profile with the dog, huh?
Right.
All right, this one is, someone making a video of the video playing inside the car.
And these videos were all captured from the vehicle's cameras.
Yes, that's correct.
These videos all on the same date?
No, this is different incidents that all occurred the second half of March, month of March.
Is this all with keys that they're doing this?
We believe so.
Looks like he was
Did he
writing
write
something.
something?
Can you say what that was? Was it the same thing every time?
It's different. It is an ongoing investigation at this point. I cannot divulge that.
Okay, here's the last one.
Can you speak to what they're writing at all?
I cannot at this time, sorry.
This is at the quarter, I believe.
This would be at the quarry target parking lot, correct? Same suspect.
And can you say how long he'd been at this?
The cases that we have are all second half of March, March 18th through the end of the month.
When was he arrested?
All right, here it comes.
Yesterday was the date of the arrest.
Is he in custody or is he,
At this time, I do not know that.
That's it.
Can you back that up just a little bit, that last one? Just like the last 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, I'll probably have to restart it, hold on. There we go.
Thank you. Nice guy.
I would like to stress and make clear, if you do have a video evidence like this, but have not yet reported the damage, please file a police report. Damage like this to Teslas is a nationwide event. It's a big problem nationwide, and here in Minneapolis, we'd like to put an end to it. In addition, any video that captures a crime or records the minutes that lead up to a crime can be crucial in moving a criminal case forward. With today's technology, MPD can provide you an email link that allows you to upload video into our secure evidence storage system. At this time, any questions?
Does it seem like it's a certain area of the city that's being targeted by that person, or in general?
Well, these particular incidents occurred downtown and one in the 2nd precinct. We do have some other incidents, I know in the 3rd precinct, that are reported, and I don't believe those are connected to this one. However, as is the case with property crime in general, there's a number of crimes that we know generally are not reported to police. And because it is the case that these vehicles do have high quality video, we are asking people to come forward if they have been victimized.
And you were expecting if there aren't charges here, it'd be just these 4 at this point? Would you?
6.
Is it 6? And then
6,
you could-
There's 6, they're all, each individually is a felony level worth of damage. We believe it's over $21,000 worth of damage just from the cases that we know of.
What's the threshold for felony level property damage? Is it
$1,000.
Yep.
Mhm.
With cameras on almost every light pole, is it relatively easy to solve these types of crimes these days?
Well, these particular cases are easier because the vehicles have their own high-quality video. There is, particularly downtown, certainly there are a lot of cameras, and the city does have cameras in a lot of the neighborhoods around the city. And when we do have problems in areas, oftentimes we deploy mobile trailers with video. But these cases in particular have high-quality video, right from the vehicle itself.
And that's true for all 6?
Yes,
Okay.
that's for Teslas in general.
Okay.
Yep.
Chief, is there any indicator that these crimes were politically motivated, or if it was just kind of a thrill kind of a thing?
Well, obviously, this has been a problem nationwide, and I don't think that's a coincidence, right? But we cannot speak specifically, regarding these cases. But it's pretty well reported and obvious that this is a nationwide problem right now.
Can you say the suspects, any information about the suspect, how old is he, where does he live, that sort of thing? Are you releasing his name?
We're not releasing him
Okay.
yet until he is charged. Yes.
But can you say generally, does he live in Minneapolis, or is he?
He is a city resident.
Okay.
Yes. He's a city resident.
Do you consider cases of vandalism like this against Teslas to be domestic terrorism, as some people have suggested?
Well, this is felony level property damage, and it is hurting the individual victims in these cases. It's hurting the people in this city that own these cars, and it is certainly at least an inconvenience, and it's a significant loss of money to them. And so that's, as is the case in for any other victim, we are policing, a person being victimized.
So these videos here, there's 4 different ones, look like the same guy. The same guy?
Yeah, this is in reference to the one suspect we arrested for six of these cases. Yes.
Do you know, can you say if this fellow has a past criminal record?
I don't believe it does.
Not as far as I know,
Yeah.
no.
Not as far as we know.
Have you seen other cases throughout the year of other Teslas being vandalized?
Yes. We do have other reports, as I mentioned, and there's some reports in the 3rd precinct. But of the cases we know of, we don't believe those are the same suspect.
And other cities, you'll see like spray painting, I've seen things on stuff. Do you see any other forms of vandalizing Teslas, or nothing other than keys here?
I know it's property damage in the other cases, but offhand I don't have the specifics. We can get that for you.
Okay.
Chief, these are the guys that you have in custody, but you've got some others that you're looking at. Is there video of those as well, and will we be able to see those at some point in time?
There is one person in custody for these 6 incidents, and we are working on making an arrest in that case.
And I guess it's obviously still like a significant amount of cost for these. Some people might think like, oh, these are Teslas, people who have a lot of money for these cars, just why it's still important just to try these, or investigate these as much as like other people who are, also lower income, who also have property damage, I guess.
Of course. We investigate all of these cases. We've had, over the last few years, we've had people being victimized who drive Hyundais and Kias, because those cars have accounted for the majority of auto theft and attempted auto theft. And those cases involve people who have a wide degree of means, but a lot of times they do wind up victimizing people of lesser means. But it doesn't factor, into the law. This is illegal and it is wrong, regardless of any of that. And just frankly, this is pretty stupid. There's high quality video on all these cars. It's committing a crime with a spotlight on you while the video is playing.
When was the suspect taken into custody?
Yesterday.
I think this is implied, but just to make it explicit, you're not seeing any other kinds of vehicles being keyed or vandalized at a rate like this.
No, not a rate like this. I'm sure there are others from time to time for different reasons, but yeah, this is pretty obvious.
Just to kind of piggyback on his question, do you have video that you cannot identify anybody that you need our help?
If we do believe that we need the help from the public, absolutely we will be releasing that video. But we're allowing the investigation to take its course at this time. Yep, absolutely.
That's suggesting you might have a good idea of who the other individuals might be.
Yep. Yep. We're gonna allow the the investigation to take its course. Yep.
And did you say how many other suspects are?
There's at least one other case that I'm aware of.
With a different suspect?
Yep. Yep.
Is there anything else you're able to say just about how you found the individual, just from the footage and just recognizing him and you're able to figure out who it was?
Well, like the chief said, these vehicles do have very high quality video, and it does makes my job easier to get someone identified when you have that type of video.
I think it was
Okay. Was it pretty easy to find the guy? Did you arrest him while he was walking his dog?
We'll leave that as you can leave that as investigative for now. But thanks, appreciate it. I know we all have a timeline to get